Atlanta's 100th anniversary. The statue, Atlanta from the Ashes, or the Phoenix, as some Atlanteans call it, is a bold statement in the blood subconscious. It is a testimony to Atlanta's history and its literal rise from the ashes in the aftermath of Sherman's march to the sea in the Civil War during 1864. Hundreds of people walk, bike, and drive by this monument every day. It may be safe to say that the move in 95 may have not been for the best. Want to prove me wrong? Go ahead.
I should probably know this.
I haven't even noticed the statue personally.
I know it's there. I don't really know what it means for the city. Is there like a story behind it? Or?
Yeah, it commemorates when Atlanta burnt down during the Civil War and it rose from the ashes like the Phoenix mythology.
It's
beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for your no problem.
I don't even know. That's the first time I even looked at it.
Thank you. Means to the city.
I have no idea, so I'm not a good person to ask.
I kind of, but I don't think it's as important as some you will find in New York or like Martin Luther King statue or something like that. I don't really care about it.
That right there is a true indication of who we are.
Originally at Martin Luther King and Spring Street, where the federal building is. It was moved here in 1995 to recommission Winter Park for the Olympics. When the Olympics when they reestablished the park, redid the park, this is the new permanent fixture of the Phoenix. And if you look at the Phoenix, it is a representation of the city of Atlanta being burned down during the Civil War and being brought back from the ashes. So that is on every city of Atlanta worker will have that patch on their shoulder. It said resurgence, which means coming from old into the new.
Referred to Atlanta being reborn after it was burned to the ground during the Civil War. Certain parts of the city.
What do you think it means for Atlanta?
I think it's kind of a representation of the new South, the new Atlanta, economically probably.
You think it captures Atlanta how it is right now, or more back in the past?
No, I mean, I think now that we're coming out of the recession, I think it captures the present, the future. But before I don't think so. But now I think now that things are getting better, I think it captures the vision of the new South.
Okay, how do you feel about most Atlanteans not even knowing that this exists?
That's a shame. There's a lot of neat things in Atlanta. People should come down.
You think this is a good spot, or should there be another location for the statue?
No, I think it's a real good spot. It's the center of the city. They got all the beautiful flowers and trees. And once all this is put in, it'll look nice.
All right, thank you very much for your time.
Let's take a deeper look into the Phoenix itself to see its symbols and qualities. The Phoenix itself represents repetition. The Phoenix is a mythological creature that rises from the ashes of a past life, making it an immortal creature. This represents Atlanta by way of symbolism. It shows that Atlanta is immortal not only in history but in culture. It continues to rise, which is why the Phoenix is flying upward as a sign of progression in our city. The female holding the Phoenix is undressing as a way to show Atlanta stripping away of its old identity while leaving behind the past Atlanta to take a new step forward in a more enlightened community. Our argument is that while the message of cultural progression is a good one, this statue isn't that relevant today. Atlanta has risen from the ashes in the past but hasn't done so in a very long time.
Okay, so would you consider this monument a perfect picture of Atlanta today?
No, not today, but it's a perfect picture of what Atlanta stands for. And Atlanta stands for resurrected old into the new. And we understand the symbolic of the Phoenix. The Phoenix is technically a mortal creature because it dies, and from the ashes it rises back up. So it cannot be taken away. It just transcends from one form to another.
So would you say that about Atlanta's culture?
Atlanta's culture is constantly changing, so I can't necessarily associate it with the Phoenix, and the reason I can't do that because the progression of Atlanta won't allow me to put it in that right context. The Phoenix, it was a representation of an old establishment, an old way of thinking into a new way of thinking. So when the city was burned down, that was the South basically being reborn into the civil rights movement. After the civil rights movement, segregation, integration, killing all of them. So in order for it to be a true representation of Atlanta, it has to be a continual cycle of those things. And the city of Atlanta has went through leaps and bounds to change that stigma of being a continual cycle of racism, a continual cycle of poverty, a continual cycle of people being stagnant. This is one of the largest cities in the Southeast, the largest city in the Southeast, with over 5 million people and growing. And it's turning from the Phoenix into a progressive thing. So in actuality, it has transcended to something greater than the symbol itself.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed this presentation of the statue of Atlanta from the Ashes. We've examined and seen that one of our most symbolistic figures is also one of our most unknown and unseen. This is truly unfortunate. We choose to ignore meaning and not understand values. It's hard to notice a good thing in disguise, but it's even harder to notice history in plain sight. Until next time, keep your eyes open. You may just capture history.
Hey! Keep stressing my mind. I look for peace, but see I don't attain. What I need for keeps the